You know, you can do it. You want to do 5, just whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do it the right way.
Soft, yeah. I get guilted in.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun hour. This is our theme song. Everyone should see our guest's face. She's like, you know that theme song?
This is the Nobody Talks Shidduchim podcast.
Yo, what's up, everyone? We got a lot to talk about today on Nobody Talks Shidduchim podcast, episode 41. Singles events, part 2. Part 2 is in the house. So we do have some very special guests. It's been a long time. We miss this guy. He's the champ. He's the rock. He's wise. He's a good-looking guy. IJ, welcome back. Thank you. Can we get an applause there? Okay, no, I'm kidding. Avery.
We're the cheers again.
Avery, welcome back.
Thanks.
Welcome
Back for part 2. I did
Rosie.
part 1, so I had to do part 2.
Rosie's here.
Hello, everyone.
And we have Freidy Goldberger.
Yes,
Freidy,
that's
welcome.
me.
It's so good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
And we're excited for you to join our little trio here and talking about Shidduchim. And the audience is excited to learn about that from you and, you know, your advice and guidance to them.
Yes.
So lots to get to. Okay, singles events part 2. We have not had a singles events episode in a very long time. And I'm happy now we finally get to do it because Avery and I actually finally went to one, even though we talked about one last time.
Really? When?
Nah, really.
We went one. No, okay. I actually went to one, and that's where I got the inspiration for this.
You've only been to one?
No, I've been to actually 6.
Okay, thank you.
I've been to 6 events, and
Counting.
if anyone listened to the last episode, clearly Rosie didn't. I don't know. What are we paying for again? Okay.
I think my check got lost in the mail, so.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fun.
Well, no, you guys was in the COVID stimulus. Okay.
Keep her
But
happy.
anyway, realistically speaking, a lot of stuff, what to do, what not to do, some interesting tips, the people you want to avoid, the people you have to scoot closer to at the table, and the shadchanim you're going to want to follow up with. We'll be right back momentarily. So now we usually take a break, by the way. That's why. And then it comes to commercial. Okay, we're back. Nobody Talks Shidduchim podcast. We have Freidy, we have Avery, we have Rosie, and we have me. So, has anyone? Why don't you think? I think for like last episode, Avery, we were like, why? You know, Miss D did not actually go to a
never
singles
went to a
event.
singles event.
Oh, I remember that episode.
Yes,
Okay, now I remember.
Yeah.
But we were at like we wanted to know
Singles
like
events.
what's the deal? Like why wouldn't you go to a singles event? So I think now
What's the stigma against it?
What's the stigma?
There is
yeah. So obviously
I
I've
don't think
talked
it's
a
a
lot.
stigma,
Let's hear
I
what the
think.
ladies
It's not
think.
stigma. It's about, there's a point of why you go to these kind of things. So if you start going to them and they don't really seem to, I don't know. What do you think about it? I don't know if they care. It's like, it's just men and women. Is there a reason for it?
It's a meat
Well,
market.
Is there a potential? It's just more like whoever's
meat
available,
market?
like,
is. Right.
put a party together.
It feels
but-
like most people come for food and drinks and
that's
you
not the
know,
point. I could just go to a
look at some
restaurant for
other
that.
right.
You're
but to
going
look
for that
at
like
meat.
dried out lasagna there and the sushi, the crusty
Whoa.
sushi they always have.
You haven't gone to one
His
in a
bad
long time. Do you know what
memories.
stuff they have now?
Details.
They
Oh my
have
God.
they have the most interesting food, interesting people.
What kinds are
I
you
think
going to?
like you know, President Obama was there once. I mean, these events are pretty
Oh,
popular.
Crazy.
Wish I haven't paid you, huh?
Well, actually, you know what? I find it that what do the girls think here? Because I know Avery and I were talking about this on the way over. We
Yeah.
feel like there are always a lot more women who are like desperate to go to these events than there are guys. Is that the case?
Why are we more desperate than you? We're both there.
Well, we're biased men. That's
Well,
why.
there's more
I'm saying,
women.
Oh, okay.
Usually,
Noted.
guys are offered more suggestions. Usually,
There's more women in general.
there's more women than men. There's more good women than men. Usually,
Okay,
I'm not
there
going to
i-
make a.
There's not many great
assumption,
men.
but-
This is a fact.
100%.
Guys,
Thank
I
you
could
for
tell you
No,
about
but
that.
there are
that.
some good
Guys
men. There are some good men.
The guys
Because
are
girls
not.
don't give them chances sometimes.
Yeah.
I am aware of that.
But I have
Yeah.
a question for you. You said that we're more desperate. There's an even amount of men and women at that event, right? There's always an
always.
even amount.
No,
Yeah,
not
there
always.
is.
It depends.
98% of there is.
At singles events.
At singles events. It'd be
Depends
like,
which type.
Men is full. Come on, women. Let's go. Let's go.
The
Let's go.
very,
So don't
very-
say I'm more desperate.
Hold
You
on.
guys
the
are
very
there too.
from ones, the very from singles events. I would say that there's probably more guys, and then the not from
There are
ones.
from ones, there's more guys.
Yeah, typically. Yeah. Because the shadchanim know they're reaching out to guys. They know that they need more guys.
Okay,
to
I
get
guess
them
it
in.
also depends on the event. The speeding date events.
The speed date events
What's
is a
the
lot
last
of
one you
girls.
went to?
No, they're always the same.
Not
the
the
girls
ones I've been
don't
to.
move. The guys move. The
You
girls
always go to
sit
speeding
and-
events?
No, I don't go to them. I
Yeah.
used
When
to.
was the last time you went to one?
Is Zoom counted?
No,
No.
I mean
No.
these days,
We
maybe.
did 2
These days,
episodes of
maybe.
Zoom. We're not mentioning Zoom.
No,
Zoom
same.
is dead. It's gone.
Okay, so
Sayonara.
I'll
It
tell you
doesn't
what.
work.
Yeah.
And I have nothing to say to Zoom except we went our separate ways after Zoom. That was the episode
The
name.
last speeding date I went to, I
Okay.
walked
Yeah.
in, and the shadchan said, "Ooh, why are you here? Great." I felt
Very welcoming, huh?
amazing. It
What a
was
affable
horrendous.
start.
Exactly.
When
Exactly.
was it?
It was a while
Before
ago.
Zoom?
It was a long time ago. But
like a
imagine
year
walking
Mm-hmm.
in and knowing already that this crowd is not for you,
Wow.
and they know it's not for you. You have to suffer through that. Like,
Hold on a
3
second. I was just
events.
gonna ask. You never exited it once you saw after a few minutes it wasn't for you. You never ran out.
No, you can't.
Really? Why not? I did
You're
that.
stuck
they
there.
I
take,
did that a few
they
times.
count, they look at you. They're always coming around asking
They're
you questions. How's it
judgy
going?
eyes.
Oh.
You know, they already have a suspicion of who you are based on what you tell them.
Yeah.
The first minute you say something, they have some method in their head. This is what you're gonna get.
Your
This
smile
per-
wasn't big
I
enough.
had, a, I
matter
had a
what.
different experience.
Well, okay, so
Yeah.
I've been to like other ones where it wasn't as bad, but
Mm-hmm.
it was bad.
Right. So the thing is, I used to go to ones and they used to be good, and then it just got worse and worse.
Or it's the same people over and over.
Right. Same people over. You're always looking for new blood, and usually it's not. So like the past past one that I went to, it was like Thanksgiving. They had a Thanksgiving kind of dinner thing at someone's house in in 5 towns. And I went there, and the moment when I came in, I was like, this is not for me, not my crowd. I was like, oh my God, I can't be here. So I quickly just snuck out. Because I don't have to stay there if if it's not for me. And then I
it's a little
had a guy
uncomfortable,
that
yeah.
I met a year ago from a different event, and he was doing a Friendsgiving in the 5 towns. It was perfect. I went there and met people.
How come
Started
I'm never
networking.
invited to
Ooh.
like Friendsgiving?
So you
ones?
went
That's
to
the
there.
thing. I started focusing on just networking, going out and meeting new people, and just going.
Is
on
that?
and
But
on
let
from
me
there.
ask you: is that what a singles event is? Is it a networking event? I've been to
So I
job
don't-
fairs and I've been to business conventions. There's nothing like this shidduch singles event.
Right.
No, so I don't start from there. Once they weren't doing what I needed, like from them, and just like meet people, I started just networking with friends of friends.
So I think
That's
you're
it.
going to
And then
single
what else did I do? I'll tell
get-togethers,
you.
not single shadchan events. You're going to single get-togethers, which
Yeah.
is different than I guess what I've
They're
been invited
similar.
to.
They're similar.
No,
Well,
right.
wait,
So
did you
it's
have
two different things.
Yeah.
You're
Did you
meeting
have
through a
shadchan in
shadchan.
there?
What the events that I went to for, yeah, I think they had shadchanim, but like people who were single started to make also shidduch events.
Okay, so those are much more chilled.
Ah,
Those
okay,
are
so
much more
let's-
chilled.
So we're gonna define the terms because that's what the academics admire today,
Yeah.
especially at these events. So there are those singles events, and I think we covered a lot of it. Of
Yeah.
like shadchan run, very
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah.
Slimy Dax is there singing.
Oh no.
You go to the fanciest singles events.
Oh,
Let them know where
I
you're going
love
next
it.
time.
Anyway,
oh, nice.
so
God.
like
Like
that's
culture.
kind of the vibes. But you're telling me also there's a new kind of singles event apparently where like singles arrange it.
Right. So it's not really a new Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's new to me.
Right.
No one's ever
This
invited
was
me to
like
any of these.
3 years ago. 3 years ago, this guy started doing his own thing.
Yeah, I've seen some of them.
Right. So the thing is,
Torah Tuesdays spin-off kind
no,
of. in a
not
way.
that. But these are
spin-off.
places that you should meet people. Do you know what I mean? So there's no pressure. I did meet by Torah Tuesday. I met some guys over there through that. I did meet a girl one time, and I was talking with her, and she was like, "I made my hair specifically for tonight." And I was like, "Oh my god!" I'm
And
like,
she
I felt
never
so
did
bad.
before.
But she was too afraid to approach guys, and guys didn't want to approach her.
What do you
so
mean? Which one
it
should she
was
do
an
her hair
issue.
for? Would she go out on dates? Should she not do her hair too?
I was saying it's a Torah Tuesday. It wasn't really like a single thing kind of event.
glad to
There's
have
gonna
you
be
But she
guys
felt the
there. What's
pressure,
the-
right? Exactly. But
So?
she was too afraid to talk to guys, so it was an issue. And she was like telling me, like, these issues, these problems.
So what would entice you, Freidy? What would actually entice you as an independent woman and someone who's had their experience in shidduchim? And Avery, I'll get to you in a minute. I know. I said all the ladies. All right. What?
Wow,
I know.
Look at this guy.
including you,
best friends,
We're all
though.
ladies here, yes.
What entices you to actually go to one of these shadchan run events? Nothing. You're just forced. Peer pressure.
No, I don't go to shadchan run events
You
now.
would never go. Okay, so fine. So we have someone.
Now I go
so-
through friends.
Okay.
I go
Okay.
through friends. I ask friends what's happening, and then I put myself out there. And it's a scary thing to put yourself out there. Many
Yeah.
singles aren't, let's say, brave enough, or just aren't used to speaking to the opposite gender. So
Yeah.
when it comes to that, like me, sometimes if I'm going to an event, I'm there, first of all, just to meet people. I'm curious about their stories. You know what I mean? There's an attention there.
Who
So
do you think it's
very
tougher on,
important.
though, at the singles events, the guys or the girls?
So that's the thing. If guys many times might be interested in someone, but they don't come over because they're too afraid. The world is gonna end.
Right.
You have to come into it like the world's not gonna end. Like we're all
Just
here.
saying hi. You're just
say
being
hi.
a nice guy.
And maybe we're like, oh my gosh, like what do I say? It's so simple. Hey, my name
Right,
is
but
Freidy.
I'm
What's
like,
your name?
I'm apparently I'm a playboy if I try to go walk
no,
up
you're
to a girl and I
not.
say,
You're not. I think it's a
"Hey, how are
stigma.
you?"
I think it's a stigma.
I don't think it's a
case.
stigma. I think we're living it. I think this is the feedback
I've
we're
been
getting.
dating a lot like this for the past like few years. Like
But at singles events specifically.
Again, let's
meeting
preference
people.
shotgun single dates, single events.
Well,
versus
I mean,
friends ones.
either one.
I think with the friends ones, I mean, I've never
Either
been to
one.
one. We gotta go to one, but
We should have hosted one
much
here.
I'll invite you
more
guys to these types of things.
laissez-faire
More chilled.
attitude, like versus the shotgun ones. They like make you stand up and talk about yourself.
So
like,
have you ever
your
talked?
turn, your turn, your oh, you know what? Actually,
my- this sounds
last
so,
year,
like,
last year
rigid.
I went to one. So,
Yeah.
so it's not so long ago,
Yeah.
and it was just a table, like a huge dining room table, and there was boys on one side and girls on the other side.
God.
And I came late, so I had to sit at the head, and you had to stand up. Every person got like 2 minutes. Stand up, say your name, say your age, what do you do, and what are you looking for? And every girl was just looking for a really good guy who was like learning to write and also earning money and like has a bachelor's degree and also had makes $1 million. And every guy just wanted a simple
And he has time for Seder?
girl, yeah, obviously, who just like wants to raise her kinderlach and like just has like
Simple.
a good Torah attitude and like what maybe people found somebody from there, and I hope they did. But like, what was the point? No one is gonna give
No
you
one did.
realness. No one's gonna give you. Oh no, I'm
Right.
looking for a dumb girl who's beautiful. No one's gonna say that out loud, right? So
Well,
like,
I don't mind speaking.
All right. Just IJ.
so those are they're very stiff. But I don't
It's not
have.
authentic. It's not real comfortable. It's
So
not,
what's the better
I
solution?
don't have
There
a
is
better
none. There is
solution.
none.
Right. So the thing is, I wasn't happy
Shit
with
of
this.
dating?
You want to hear my resolution?
Yeah.
It's a little more out there, but like I wasn't comfortable with this. It wasn't making me. I wasn't finding results. I mean, I'm still
Yes.
dating now, but so basically, I started just networking, meeting people on my own. Friends are having chills, and again, this is all kosher, just a nice time. It's not anything crazy happening. When I say chill, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then also, I started doing something about it. I met a lot of guys and girls separately. I started doing, like, oh, we're hanging out by a bar. Come chill. And it's just like a nice, chilled way of meeting people.
I think
There's
you
no
have to
pressure.
reach a certain age to pass
Yeah,
that
no, you
threshold.
do.
So what's
point,
the age?
Rosie.
How old are you?
What's the age?
We
We don't talk about
we don't
age
give away
on
those
this
things.
one.
I'm
Save that for off
33,
the air.
so I'm like, I'm at that point where I can meet on my own.
We're,
and
well,
just-
we identify here as a younger dater and older dater. So whatever you want to identify.
I don't care saying
as.
my age.
No, good for you. We appreciate that. But my shidduch resume is out there, and it's gotten some.
We have
flaws.
nicknames and you don't, so.
No, I know. But Freidy, no, it's fine. I like this. So I feel like singles gathering. What's the deal? I'm digging the vibe here.
It's very like there's no pressure, and it's just like
Well,
Just chill,
I
see what
think.
happens.
I hear that, and I think what you mean by pressure is there are no outside forces that
Yeah.
may get in the way of you actually ending up successfully.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean if you put the kid on the bike without the training wheels,
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to fall off. The training wheels in that situation, being a matchmaker, a facilitator, someone to poke fun at. There are daters out there that seriously need those training wheels.
Yeah.
Girls, younger, older, whatever. Things are going to come out of their mouth. They might want like a kind of a cushion.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be a facilitator at one of these events.
Right.
At these events you're being
There
at,
needs to be one.
Right. There's the host.
There needs to be
there's
one.
There's the co-host.
Yes.
There's whoever it is.
right. Okay, but do you think after a certain age you
The
just
one that
start
makes it
putting in
kosher,
your-
also, by the way.
kosher?
Oh yeah, kosher. Yeah. You're good. She hops, Rosie. Right. They bring. Let's say who's popular with the kids now.
Charlie Rory.
Yeah, they bring him in. Hey, Charlie Harari, stop by for a minute, so everything's kosher.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, okay, go back to partying and doing whatever.
Yeah, but do you need like a crutch the whole time? Like someone? Like can you not like be independent of
Well,
like
is it
Well,
a
it depends.
crush?
What depends what age the people are. It depends who type of crowd it is.
Okay.
The frum crowds need a crutch. They need a shotgun. They need somebody there to tell them what
Right.
to do. They say
They need a
needs you to say
hashgacha.
that this is a girl. You're a
Right.
guy. You're supposed to go over. We're gonna show you what you're doing. They need a little,
Right.
assistance. The other
Okay,
the
so-
singles events, it's just when they're not that way, or it's more modern.
And
just go
it's
hang
looked
out.
at
It's
as
just
like
chill.
you're hanging out, you're bumming on the side.
But you're not
For the
bumming on
firmer
side.
people.
For the firmer people are
Right?
good.
Okay. Yeah, but you're not bumming on the side. But yes.
But I don't. It is what it is. I mean,
Avery, bumming on the side has worked for us. That's
Bumming
like,
on the side
remember our
has
most
worked.
successful that event was.
the most
We were
successful
bumming
one.
on the side,
The
and
bu-
you still
everyone
single?
wanted a piece of us.
The bumming on the
still
side.
single?
As long as you.
Yes.
Oh, so it worked
You have
well.
to make.
Hey, this is the podcast. Isn't named "How to Get Married"
You have to
and
make
Live a
yourself
Terrible
look
Life.
disinterested.
But
As disinterested
goal
as
is marriage.
possible.
the goal is marriage. Yes, we
It
know.
was
No,
always
the goal
marriage.
of our
My goal
podcast.
is marriage.
Well, the goal of our podcast
At the
is
end.
no for all those new listeners because we have thousands of listeners, many coming in who are new.
Yeah.
And yes, no, the overall goal is obviously to get married, 100%. For
just
this
trying to
episode,
navigate how to get there.
I think in this
To
episode,
build a
you know,
bias naman.
dealing like
Yeah.
getting to an age, whatever that is, whether you're 20, whether you're 30, whether you're in the middle, and you're thinking like, you know what, I want to kind of get together with my siblinghood and see, what that's about. Avery, who does well at these events? Tell me.
Social people do very well.
Someone's comfortable in their
Outgoing.
own skin.
Although maybe they don't because they're not able to
I don't think so.
actually, build a relationship. They're really just hanging out, talking to a bunch of people. You
Well,
know?
the whole
So I
point-
always found
yeah.
that, if you find a couple of people who are more introverted and they connect well to each other, I think they're going to stick to each
Right.
other longer than the outgoing person who spoke to 1,000 people at the event.
Right, but that's sad.
You
No,
know?
that they're missing opportunities.
A little
I
bit.
feel bad for that. I feel
Yeah,
very
the
bad.
introverts have a hard time though too.
Right, so that's the thing. In the beginning, I used to be really shy. I went to Zakov, and like talking to a boy would be like, it was very scary,
Death.
and it wasn't death. It was just like
Well, death by
sometimes,
punishment.
Yeah.
Very intimidating.
Straight to hell.
yeah, it could be intimidating. Especially if they don't come to you and you're interested, maybe coming over to them. Like the whole idea of this is very scary.
Are girls actually
But you
interested in
have to-
guys today?
They are.
Okay.
You hope so.
Why would you think? Why would you think
I
not?
hope so.
Tell
Too
me,
much
is there
TikTok.
a
You watch
story?
too much
Things?
TikTok. I don't know.
I just got out of some
I didn't even
things,
have
you
the
know?
app. Is that what it is?
Well, at the singles event, I'll tell you, at this event, at getting together, I noticed one big thing. I personally, and I'll answer that first question I threw out there, what would incentivize someone? What incentivized me to really go was realizing that there's a forum in life that you're whatever age in Shidduchim, and you can go to this, you can actually go to an event and feel like a normal human being where no one's judging you. Everyone is in it together. We all
Everyone's
know,
judging you. Take that back. You're
well,
there to
fine.
be judged.
You're right, but at least you know it.
Okay.
But no one's judging you
least you
differently
know
than the next
it.
person.
Okay.
And
I mean,
there
it
you
sounds
are.
terrible.
Well, that's how life
reality.
could be.
It really is terrible though.
Like, so
It
that's why
really
I
is.
changed the way I do it now. That's because I wasn't happy with that.
Okay, but still, even in your single events that you're going to, you're still judging there.
Well, single events, dating.
I mean, I'm not a judger. I curious about people.
Okay.
Just in general.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if something's not working for me, I try to do something different. I don't just like stick with like what it is and like put my hands
It's
up.
a very
and that's
depressing
it.
motto, though, that you're going to place and you're just looking at them and you're just judging them to say that, hey, you're good for my future. Yeah, I could see myself with you forever, like whatever it is.
Well, I mean,
Or at
like
least on a
step
date.
by step.
That's,
At least
it starts
should be
with
conversation.
It should be a conversation, correct?
Yeah.
But it starts with look, attraction. You're judging
Yeah.
based on the amount of girls that are there or guys that are there, and you're like, okay, this one is.
But that's
looks
not
a
different than
little
shit-off
weird.
dating. You pick
No.
up a girl and here
No,
it is.
shit-off dating
Conversation.
is-
Are you
Like,
That's
what
you're
kind of-
dating a
what kind
resume.
of
You're dating a.
Shit
You're
of dating
dating a
is
book.
focused. You're not having any distractions. You're focusing on each other. It's very different when you have a lot of people and you're just like, okay, who to go for first, and like
You're also
who do I
dating
connect with.
You're dating a description instead of dating. You're dating their references. You're dating a lot of things.
Well, you're
that
not
are
dating until you confirm that
right
you like
until you
that
get
event.
through
So
it.
you
There's a
don't
lot
really
of
put-
barriers. At a singles event, you just see a bunch of people standing around.
Right, it's easier in
You
a
just
way. But
walk
you have to make
over.
sure.
I think. I don't know.
Just have to make sure you don't miss opportunities in dating events. That if you
Yeah.
don't get to somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just don't miss an opportunity. That's it.
What happens in that situation? Like, you feel like you missed that person. You wanted
Chase
to
them
kind
down.
of
What do you
make it
mean? Chase them
natural.
down.
Well, that's why
know.
they shot
Ask
him
the
there.
facilitator.
Is that what girls-
That's the
That's their job.
facilitators
No,
for.
facilitator you don't trust. She has a bad reputation. He
Oh
doesn't
my god,
do well.
are you going to events and you don't trust a facilitator? This
Of
gets worse and
course.
worse.
DM
You don't
them on
believe in
Instagram.
it.
What do you
Friends
mean?
are
You don't
very
believe in it.
untrustworthy.
Can you invite us to the next event? Because
gosh,
we
this whole
obviously
thing.
have bad
Can you DM them on
experiences.
Instagram though the next day, like after the
Oh,
event? Like I
No.
saw you
I
at
would
this
like
place.
Oh, I got a LinkedIn message one time. I'm like, LinkedIn?
LinkedIn for dates.
That's what you're going to do, man?
Oh my God, you got a LinkedIn message?
Yeah, it was weird.
Interesting.
Well, I actually linked in someone who I met at a singles event once, but it was actually for business.
Okay.
I was saying, hey,
okay,
I
I'll
know,
believe
hey,
you.
we met
Sure.
in the, I was like,
believe
we
you.
met in the shidduch core,
believe you.
but this happens to be just for business.
Okay.
Rosie, tell me here right now. Yeah, I understand some people are going to kind of stick out, which it happens. Maybe for good, maybe for bad. Is it good to continue with that? Hi, I'm Avi. I work in nursing home management, and I live in Brooklyn.
As opposed to?
Is it as opposed to, my name's Avery, and I have this very successful podcast, and I like skydiving. I don't know, something like that. Is it better? Like, is there a right way to do things, whether you're feeling successful in the event itself?
I mean, personally, I always look for more interesting people, right? So you pick the nursing homes, or it's the Amazon, or it's...
Beauty in the eyes of the beholder, then.
Yeah, but not everybody wants that. A lot of people want more mainstream.
Is it better to have the guard up and walk away saying, you know what, my guard's up, and whatever happens, I walk out, at least I protected myself?
Whoa.
Rather than actually, opening up, because you could be hurt. You'll open up, you'll say, I really was myself, I felt good, and then bam.
How can you
No
open
one's
and get
interested.
hurt when you're just talking for like a few minutes?
Because there's like 100 girls, not 100, like 50 girls, and they'll say no to you.
Yeah, whatever event it is.
It's kind of like an elevator pitch. Like, who are you? You have to figure out who you are and just kind of say it, and then like somewhat get some interest. It's not really rocket science at the end.
By the way,
I think
it is
so.
a science, and it is very hard for people to open up right away and say something clever that makes somebody want to come back to them.
I don't think it has to be clever. It has to be like just authentic. You. Something unique that's about you. And again, nothing fancy. Some people think they need like a huge pickup line or something fancy that they're doing. They don't. People are looking for a connection, something that connects.
Hey,
that can connect you
look,
guys.
I'm a very big follower of the Aladdin movie, and I will bring a carpet and a genie.
Oh god.
Wait, let me ask you guys,
Avery, that works, right?
Not at all.
gentlemen over here.
Yeah.
Do you walk over to women and say hi?
Do I walk over to women and say hi? Not in that order, but usually I think hi is a good start. Like, what else can you start with?
Hey, my name is Avery. What's your
Yeah.
name?
Or are you sitting in the corner and
I
asking?
don't.
Where do you
No,
come-
I'm
where
in
do
the,
you come
I'm in the
from?
corner. I
How
wait
do
for
you
them to
hear
come
the
to me.
events?
I don't go to them. But if they would happen to come to me, I would say, hey, how's it going?
So
Where
basically,
you
you
from?
would answer the question. Okay.
Yeah, I
Isaac,
would
what about
answer.
you? IJ, what about you? IJ, what about you? Do you go over and say hi to people?
So very good question. There happens to be there's a lot of thought, there's a lot of process. I'm first thinking, where's this girl coming from? Is she coming from
Simple.
a Beis Yaakov background, or is she coming from the more modernish background?
Did she take two slices of pizza or only one slice of pizza?
That's a big factor.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
I'm interested in having a girl who has an appetite, not someone who's just going to sit there with a salad, even though that's not such a bad thing.
She's not hungry and she has a salad. Stop judging.
Well, you know what? I think
You
at a
don't
certain
know.
point, that's why they stretch these events out, because they actually want you, like, when you go to one of these events, you get there no matter where you are, okay? Whether it's run by friends, whether it's run by Shadchan, where it's run by
A friend of a neighbor.
the Capitol Riot people, okay? There you are, and they leave you there sitting there, like your hands in your pockets, and they just, they make you wait because they want you to get hungry. Because when you get hungry, you're going to want to eat, you're going to want to drink.
Or you get hangry.
And then you kind of like, yeah, right. Well, you get hangry, and then you're going to run to eat and drink. And you kind of like, brings the tension down, which I hear. I originally didn't like that, by the way. But now I'm like, you know what? That really does work. Like,
so we're focusing on the food, not the
no,
people.
I didn't want any food when I
I think you're
got
just
there.
avoiding the question. Are you walking over and saying hi to
Very
people?
Yeah, I'm going to go over and say, hey, Foxy Mama, can I buy you a soda?
Ooh, it's for free.
I know, but
Simple.
no,
It's really simple.
well, obviously, I think I'm just gonna kind of figure out, what kind of crowd, what kind of vibes I'm getting, and if I really do like, if I'm like, oh, hey, this person kind of caught my eye, then yeah, I'm gonna go over and start schmoozing, and obviously it's a big benefit because you get to like see how the person is in that stage, strangers meeting, right? You don't know each
Are
other.
they warm? In the
Right.
beginning,
And
you
that's
look
what kind of
for someone
vibes
like
you're
that.
getting from
Do the
them.
girls
Are you
expect
warm? Are you know?
guys to come over to them while they're at these events?
Wait, I have
Well-
one more question for you. Will you go over to a girl if she's surrounded by 2-3 other girls?
Oh, the cheerleader effect.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, that's
covered
very
that.
intimidating. I actually went to an event by myself one time without friends, just because I wanted to like challenge myself.
I've
Ooh,
never
nice.
gone.
And what
I've never
happened?
gone
What
with
happened?
a friend, by the
A
way.
lot of numbers. It was very interesting. And I spent with my people.
So it works. Okay, so that's it.
But again, I didn't just go in and just like go into the corner. I did my status.
You
so to
pushed
say.
out, you pushed out,
Yeah. Hey, what's up? How you doing? How do you know about this event? Did you come with friends?
What was a big no for you? What stuck out where like, whoa, this guy,
What stuck out again is like
In a
when I
bad
mean
way.
authenticity in a bad way. Okay, this is in
Someone
good,
being
this is in a
non-authentic.
good and a bad. This is in a good and a bad way because like so many guys, they want to be themselves, but they overcompensate and they're just someone else, and they don't realize that you could just be yourself. But like, don't like tell about all the dark history that you have. Obviously not.
Because it
No
makes it
war
interesting.
Make a good first impression, but be real.
We literally said the opposite thing. A second.
It's okay though.
Rosie.
Being vulnerable in a way is also nice. Like, you know,
Very
some
nice.
No, it's
feelings about this
not
event.
People like
right when I meet
vulnerability.
you.
Not right
Not
away.
right
I'm
when I
not
meet
talking
you.
about vulnerable, like your whole life story.
No, of course.
Just when it comes to like a feeling, what you feel about this, what you feel about that, that's also, it's a lot. It's more interesting that way. Not just like, oh yeah, the drink was good. Yeah, small talk. Like, you know?
Honesty.
Okay, again, but if a guy comes over and starts sharing his story and the drink was good and reminded him of something else,
So
then
I'm not
no.
saying a deep story that, again, it's about the ghost in the closet or something that doesn't make sense. It's something that's short and sweet, but something that's more authentic. I could try to think of an example. I'll have to think of an example. But there's a difference between talking to someone who's just more like comfortable in his own skin and just like, hey, what's up? There's eye contact. And
So
it's
what's a
just
good way to
more
prepare
smooth.
to get more into your skin for one of these events?
So first of all, you're going to have to start going to them on a regular basis, getting used to it.
Finding your
Pushing
niche.
yourself out of your comfort zone. The only way to get comfortable with something is to get uncomfortable until you
Ooh,
realize what it
this is
is
true.
that you're not so good at, and then you work on that. I think it's about working on the things that you're scared of when you're dating. Besides the fact that dating for marriage is the scariest thing, you're going to
Yeah.
be vulnerable at a certain point. It's really scary. Yeah, that's what I think.
I like that, Rosie.
Come back to me. I'm still processing what
Okay,
she
we'll
said.
come back to you 20
Deep stuff.
episodes
I'm a
later.
very deep person.
I'll be
That's no
here.
problem.
No, it's good. It's good. Avery, have any thoughts? By the way?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. I was gonna, otherwise,
No,
I'll just,
nothing.
I had thoughts on
I'll
that.
just,
No,
flip,
I said my
I'll just,
thoughts.
I'll just bloat
You
hot
could-
air.
It is good to be vulnerable. And
So,
As
Yeah,
early as you
there's
can be.
vulnerable in different levels.
As much
you
as
just
you-
go. You
Maybe it's
just
just
go.
like open to ideas.
Freidy,
not
you have any
necessarily
questions for
vulnerable.
me? I feel like
Break the
we haven't
comfort
even
I
gotten
don't know
there yet.
you. What kind of questions should I ask?
Well, not for me personally.
What
for
is with
the,
that
the
hat?
topic.
The topic. I don't know. What questions? I
We
don't
could come
know.
back to you.
So what,
Or
I'll go back
What
to
do
my
you mean? I
question.
already see that you do like shidduch events with these kind of with shadchanim and nothing else to say really.
I'll go back to my question.
No,
from
but are you
before.
curious? Are you curious
RJ?
as a woman? You know, the man's perspective on these
Yeah.
things.
Nobody. People know what a man's perspective is. on everything.
High five!
One
okay, he just gave me the
thing.
finger. Avery, go
Yeah.
ahead. What's up?
What was the question I was asking? It was about girls.
Yeah.
Do they expect to be approached at singles events? Like, what are the, what are your feelings when you guys are there?
So the whole thing with approaching is rejection, fear of rejection. Of
course.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So when you're a guy, it's usually expected that this is normal, that you're going to get rejected. For a girl, it's a level above because you're not supposed to go over. But now if you go over and you get rejected, it's even more of like a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be scary. But I think there's no problem with a girl going over. Why not lighten the load? You know what I mean? If everyone did that, if everyone came into an event curious about getting to know someone, and again, asking questions and not just like, just telling their own story and just like stuffing it onto somebody. Hearing other people became
Genuinely
interested.
listening.
Well,
People
most
became
girls are
interested.
actually looking for reasons to say no to the guy and not give him a chance.
Why? Why would you say that? Maybe there's some girls
Some
like that.
girls are, yeah,
Not
I
all
don't know.
girls.
You wouldn't think so?
There's some guys also. It's the same thing. Guys and girls, it's the
I
same
didn't
thing.
even get to the guys. I mean,
It's about their character trait, whether they're a guy or a girl. Whether they're a nice or warm person or they're not. They're playing games.
well, most people,
depends on them.
most people at this place are obviously coming from.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a situation and you're feeling very tense. There's a lot of pressure, and
See, that's the
you're
problem.
kind of
the
losing
pressure.
it.
The pressure's a problem.
Well, the
pressure's not
alcohol
going
can help.
away. The
But
pressure's
pressure's
not
never
going
going away. It's never
Why
going away.
why can't you be in the moment?
I could be in the moment, but
You know marriage is gonna get there, but like why can't you be in the moment? The pressure is what many times is a problem.
I think it's a good question. I think most people aren't in the moment because they're afraid of making mistakes.
They're thinking of the future.
People are judging,
And
and people are really there for real reasons. You're really actually at this event thinking, I broke the mold. I'm coming to this event. People, my sisters didn't have to deal with this. My brothers didn't have to deal. I'm showing up here, and I'm actually interested in getting married. I'm not playing games. So in the back of your mind, you're thinking, I'm putting myself out and being so vulnerable. Now I'm walking away and no one says yes to me. That's why people put that wall up. So what I would advise is, and I was telling one of you the other day this, but I would advise everyone out there is that the best and most successful single event that you go to, whoever it's run by, make sure you go in and you feel good about yourself and you do everything to promote the person that you want to be seen as in a good way.
right.
And don't focus on, I'm walking away with numbers, I'm walking away with
Oh,
dates.
look at
Forget that. The most important thing is to say, I was successful tonight. I felt like I showed my best side. And the right girl's going to appreciate that. Or appreciate that, as they say in Bangladesh.
Well, okay. So random.
Avery,
No, that's true. That's true.
you like that? No one was expecting. They were like, what the hell
After all that, look at that.
Deep here.
It is.
That was
I
the
like
truly
deep.
speaking.
I liked you.
No, I didn't have any truly.
Oh, okay.
It's not even open.
Okay, well, I mean, we're closing in. We're closing. We have a last few things here. So when you get stuck in a bad group, what is the first move to make? Because I've gotten to a point, Rosie. I gotten to a point where I'm like, hospital's calling. Sayonara.
So bad.
Rosie, tell me.
I don't even know. Like
You get stuck in a bad group.
Yeah.
You're there. You're hanging. You're talking to a girl. You're talking to a guy, and the bad crew comes around you, and they're just
you're
surrounding.
stuck in that corner. You're like, I have a really long drive home. I'm not feeling it. Just every excuse that you give, you know that they know it's an excuse.
Why do you have to give an excuse?
How you can't just be like, okay,
It's
bye.
a boundary. If there's someone's crossing the
I
boundary,
like
you're
that,
not
yes,
comfortable.
yes.
It's really simple. You say, "Oh my God, it was so nice seeing you." You can interrupt them. I have to go.
But
and
we're
that's
very
it.
caught off guard here
Yeah.
because
Why do you have to?
Someone's giving me so much attention.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd make some face at them and say, "What are you doing here?"
you have a good
Very
F-off
easily, yeah.
look,
Like stay away
yeah.
from me. They wouldn't even come over to me.
That's-
The bad
They would
group
never.
stays
that's
away.
Nice. That's nice. So much for being warm and inviting.
No, not at
Winners
all.
only.
No.
The bad group
This is
stays
why you
away. This
can't.
is not where
Well, I actually had it. I
The
mean, so
opposite.
I went to one of these events, and we had a very fun night. So I'm there with a good. I went with a friend of mine. Let's say I'm not going to name names, but he's an accountant and he's from Brooklyn, and his name rhymes with Schneivy.
50% of the guys.
I know, that's why I gave it away. Anyway, so basically, I asked him, like, how's it go? How did the event go after the event? I called him up because, guys are on the WhatsApp. We're all pounding, messaging. I don't know what the girls are doing. So he calls me up. We start discussing, and I says, I had a great crew, a great bunch of guys. What happened with you? He goes, he's like, it was a bit of a juxtaposition because on one end, he's like, I did good and it was really awesome. But he's like, this guy who I was with was very self-deprecating. And he kept on making jokes against himself. He kept on putting his career down. People saw that.
Yeah.
I would make sure the best thing I can tell you, aside from the good advice, on the negative side, you can't be, self-deprecating. Don't put yourself down.
Yeah, don't be a victim. Don't play a
Girls
victim.
and guys see that. And they're very perceptive. It's a shrewd side that women definitely naturally have. And something about guys that they just pick up on eventually. First they're like, oh, she's friendly, she's interesting. And then finally they kind of nail it. But that's a very important thing. Very, very significant to have in mind.
You have to love yourself in order to be loved.
And people want to see that,
Let's also learn to make conversation without being negative. It really is what it comes down to.
Yeah, it's such a turn off being negative. It's not good. It's easy to be negative.
Tell that to Kamala Harris. Hey, you know me over here. Okay, anyway. As we, so many topics tonight.
Yeah. That's correct.
So I wanted to ask, I think one of the ladies brought this one up. Okay. How do you actually prepare to go to one of these events by yourself? That's a tough thing. That's a tall cup
tell you
of
what I did?
fries to order. Yeah, tell us.
Okay, so I went to an event. It wasn't like a small event. It was like a big event in the city. So you have a lot of prep before that. Just telling yourself, "We'll be okay. I'm enough. It is okay." And then just like throw yourself right in there. You might have like a little, drink, but then you just have to you have to throw
Even if
yourself
you're
in
driving
there. Just when you go to the party, have one drink, take a breather, breathe, and then
If you're old enough to drink.
If you're, hello. What about our, we have
Speaking to
19-year-olds.
16-year-olds?
We have 20-year-old
19 and
listeners,
20.
yeah, so
Okay, I'm so sorry.
some of us
Delete
act that
that.
age.
Delete that.
No.
And then the main
Have a
thing
drink.
is that many people overthink before they approach someone. Overthinking makes you stop doing everything. You have to just go with it. Hey, I'm Freidy. What's your name? Hey, how did you hear about this event? Look at the things around you. Oh, this is interesting or that's interesting, and just pick from just small conversations to start. Really simple. And then smile, eye contact, be warm, inviting. Many guys could pick up if a girl is very stiff and very not into it. So it's about practicing that, just being breathing and being in the moment. In the moment's very important.
Being in the moment.
Meditate, be present.
Yeah, but when I meditate, I just fall asleep.
Attractive. Very attractive.
Well,
Okay.
that's the goal. It's
By the way,
nice.
fun
It's nice
fact:
to go to
I've been to
sleep.
many
Yeah,
single
that's nice.
events. So.
You
I've
haven't.
been, yeah.
I want to hear some stories.
No,
Rosie.
no,
I haven't
I've
heard
only
any.
been to one with people that I know. Every other one, I've gone by myself.
Seriously.
Oh, okay. So how was it?
So it's like I'm not tied down to anybody, girl
Right.
or guy.
Right, exactly.
It's just it's very. I kind of like it also. I just bounce whenever
Did you
I
meet
want
guys?
to. Whatever. I've seen a lot of guys. Yes.
Oh, so you didn't talk to them?
Oh, I speak to them. I'm not
Right.
dating them, nor do I continue to talk to them after.
So you didn't find anyone? Yeah.
No, I'm not. Hence, we're still here. But I'm just saying that
Yeah.
I do like going alone. Actually,
And
nice.
oh,
great.
so alone works.
no one works. The loner.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
I would never go alone.
So that's the thing. In the beginning,
Yeah.
it was
Why
very
is
scary
that?
for me to do that.
Never do that.
Now, because I built
Why?
that muscle, I could
Why?
go anywhere alone.
Because if it's a dud,
It's an amazing power
I
to
need
go
someone
alone.
I could rely on to
amazing.
just like.
I mean, not
Feeling-
everyone's
Out of
going to
there.
do that.
You
though.
just
Seriously,
make
the
friends,
feeling is
Yeah.
amazing. Not to be dependent. You know
No,
what
I
I
wouldn't
mean?
make friends.
I'm good at making friends. I'm
amazing.
fine.
Oh yeah, that was like one thing on the on the. So I met my best friends at singles events. Avery, we met at a singles
Yes,
event.
everyone
Fuck,
did.
We didn't. Okay, whatever. Look, the
Everyone
point.
did.
Right. So you
Yeah.
meet. Sometimes you meet like the best people. You say, but we're in a WhatsApp group. We get together on Halloween. We have a chevra. Does that happen with girls? I feel
Together
like
on
girls end
Halloween.
up like,
Baruch Hashem.
hey, you told me to be open minded. I'm open minded over
Yeah,
here.
look at that.
That's his interesting fact about himself.
Yeah.
Rosie,
Yeah. What was your question?
girls. Does that happen with the girls?
Not me.
No.
You don't meet girls at
Freidy?
events?
No, I don't.
In the beginning,
continue
back in the
talking to them
days,
after.
I met a lot of girls.
And you're friends now?
Yeah.
No way.
And
What happens?
If we meet each other a few years later, we're like, oh, we probably met at an event. That's
Yeah.
what usually is.
Well, where else would you meet?
Well, now
Real life?
it's
We also have
probably
lives, by
everywhere.
the
What
way.
life at where's a
Gourmet glots.
Gourmet Glot. That's in like 25 locations.
Glot,
Okay.
kiddish.
Gourmet Glot.
Restaurants.
Nah,
Why the
restaurants. no.
grocery store?
The because I go grocery shopping Monday nights at 7.
You approach
Domesticated
girls when
man.
you go grocery shopping?
Ooh, that could be
so.
the new one.
Hey,
No,
the only
but-
girl who's talked back to me in my 5 years of shidduch days recently
they-
has
they
been
wouldn't
Consuela
talk to
behind
you. It's
the
scary.
register.
Imagine someone hits you up in the grocery store. You should start that.
It's happened.
Yeah, but it's hard
happened.
to
More
trust.
complaining though.
There's something about it that it's a little bit uneasy. Like, who is this person? You know what I mean? It's an interesting idea, but yeah.
You never know where they come from.
Right, you never knew.
So here's one thing I always find myself in, and I'm sure some others do as well. You know, you're in a situation here, and naturally, characteristics, personalities, traits tend to overtake. Inherent natures tend to overtake. You know, from that, you know,
You speak English? What does inherent? What are you talking about?
inherent means like just naturally,
Yeah.
naturally, you know.
Okay.
So that the natural like characteristics, personality kind of tends to come out. So basically, what I mean is that see girls don't, you know, guys and girls. What it means is when you're at these events and you're kind of talking and you're chilling and you're obviously trying to get to know each other, right? At some point, there like always tends to be that person that's overdoing it. The one who's kind of running the conversation, the one who's kind of in your face, and it's a little too much. Obviously, I will tell you, people won't really think this way about me, but I do not do that. I did make a mistake one time. I think it was my first singles event. But I don't do that.
I remember that.
I know it's the worst thing to do is to kind of like start taking over the conversation and leading it. I've seen a big problem with teachers, you know, these moras. I love them. They're great. I love our moras. They're the backbone of this country. But these moras, you know, kind of like jump in and they're like very aggressive. And you know what? Lawyers, guy lawyers, you know, they take over. Avery, it makes you feel uncomfortable, no?
Lawyers? Oh, yeah. They're argumentative.
No, you missed my whole premise.
No, I know. The taking over, you know, you don't want to be too abrasive in your personality. You don't want to be too much.
Well, yeah, it's not about you when you come over. It's about the other people.
Yeah, no.
So
You're not here to put on a show. This is not a podcast.
No, it's
podcast. If you want to do a podcast, come here. Record your episode.
Yeah, Greenpoint. We're in Bravery
one's
Studios
here.
today.
Right.
Bravery Studios, everyone. That's where we have been recording recently. They're actually over here in New Jersey,
Established 2016.
Clifton, New Jersey. That's Passaic for our community, and you know, give them a call. BraveryStudios.live. Marvin, ask for Marvin, and ask for the NTS 15 promo special. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, we kind of like jumped in right there on like something imperative, right? Marvin, how are we doing on time? No, I can't hear. 2-0?
Oh man.
Oh my, what are we gonna do?
No, we have a whole one. Yeah. Yeah, I figured that. See, 8 minutes. What?
Lightning round.
Yeah, we're gonna go lightning round. Okay.
Oh.
So we're gonna do like a little pause here, and then now we run another ad, and what else do we have? Oh, we have a cool like little song. I could play it.
Is it a cool song?
Yeah, I picked
Calls
it.
it a rap.
Oh no, but the rap was another time.
Oh,
have you
okay.
ever listened to the rap?
You have 8 minutes.
You'd
Start
like the
talking.
rap, but I do another time. Okay.
What's on today's playlist? What song's today's playlist?
Oh, I don't know. You want to pick one? I mean, I only have Yeshiva Boys Choir and
Shlomi Daskal.
no. Well, I love him. Friend of mine. No, I have Yeshiva Boys Choir and 50 Cent, The Game. The Game,
Wow.
50 Cent.
Yes.
Remember when Kinderlich were big?
Yeah. Oh, I have Kinderlach. Let's play Kinderlach. Okay, we'll end up with Kinderlach today. Okay. And yes, okay, episode 41. We're in the lightning rounds. It's a lightning competition here, so everyone knows the rules, just like Portnoy's Barstool OneBite.app. You got a few seconds to respond. Don't go into detail, and quick off the cuff, the recipients
pressure.
have not actually seen these questions, and we need your candid, quick response. I have not myself even looked at this. Okay, here we go. So for the lightning round, you're at the singles event. It's run by whatever. You're in a situation here. Who wants to go first, by the way?
Ask the question, then we'll see.
Okay, fine. So we'll see.
What's the point?
There we go.
Okay, lightning round. So things not to say at the singles events. Obviously, you'll let us know if that's something you should say, you shouldn't say, or what your response would be. What your response would be. That's what we're talking about here. Okay, what your response would be to this question if someone came over and said the following. All right? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Wow, you're 24. You didn't look it.
I get that all the time. It's okay.
Wait, what? Sorry, I'm not good with the pressure. I'm just like, repeat it again.
Oh, wow.
Just do another one.
Wow, you're 24. You don't look it.
Thank you.
Not bad.
Thank you.
Hey.
I don't know
What
how
the
to take
heck is
that.
wrong with you?
Hey.
And I curse out everyone in your family. Okay. The new guy or gal at the table just sat down and said, "You're cute." Oh, and that's not a thank you?
Nah, I guess it depends on what he looks like, right?
Okay.
You're cute.
Oh,
I
right
know.
back at you. I like it.
I know.
Wow.
Next time someone
Tap
does
on the
that, I'll
back.
give you
Yeah.
I'll give you $100. I'm not
$100.
$100. You get on recording.
Reciprocation.
You have more
Yeah.
money, okay?
Avery, you're cute.
Reciprocation.
Oh, you're unbelievable. It's not.
Can you imagine closing that and you on that back? And it's like, oh, how nice.
Yeah, usually
Moments.
that's what you should say.
A moment.
All right, you're at the singles event. This interesting character comes over and he says,
Uh-oh.
bends over and goes into here and says, "You want to get out of here?"
Oh, God.
Yes.
What?
I always want to go out of
Get
there.
out of
Who says
here.
I'm going out of there with him?
What'd you
Avery.
say? What'd you say?
Okay, wait.
I
Let
want
me
to
do
get
it
out
again.
of here.
Want to get out of here?
Wait, can I
Creepy
respond?
guy,
I'm
creepy
changing
guy.
my
Creepy
response.
guy?
Changing
Yeah.
my response.
No, we
Calling the
can't.
cops.
He's calling the cops.
I'm saying yeah, but not with you.
Oh, I like that. Okay, Freidy.
I would be like, sorry, I don't move that fast.
Ooh, okay, good response. I like this.
Boundary.
We just know our audience here. Okay. Here we go. A few more. There is food at the event, and he or she asks, "Are you going to eat that?" That being what's left on your plate.
Yes, thank you for asking. Would you like my leftovers?
Wow, I was going to say that.
I'm the best host.
was gonna
You guys
say
are
that. What
great.
else am I
You
gonna
guys are
say?
I
great.
missed that one.
Worth every dollar. Frady, you can't think about it.
I was gonna
this
say
isn't,
that.
This isn't the
The
thinking
lightning.
I was
round.
going to
It's the
say
lightning.
take it.
Take it. Oh, take it. Okay, not
I
bad.
missed that one.
Oh God, Avery.
Wait,
you
what?
know
was it?
What did you say?
No, I missed it. What was it?
he just, he
Oh,
missed
gosh.
it. Okay, Avery. Okay, Avery. there's food at the event, and he or she in your whatever she or in your
He.
situation
She would never be like, "Can I have you
asks.
leftovers?"
No, this happens, by the way. I'm telling you. You know these Staten Island girls. Anyway, are you going to eat that?
No. God. And I think, ew.
Okay, next question. Would you give the night actually continues to go well, and a shadchan brings up the person to you? Would you give them a chance? That same person.
You have to. He's standing right
The
there.
leftover guy?
Yes,
Oh.
the leftover guy.
Right. Me, no.
No, done.
Kindly.
Even though it went well after, it was a successful
know.
night, and he made an impression.
I just have a hard time believing it's the same person. So
Why?
it
that was
can
his weird
happen.
and awkward pickup line. Yeah.
Look at
makes
Danny
sense.
Tanner on Full House.
Yeah. It's just like an awkward.
Avery.
it's a turn off. So
Avery.
next.
She was good looking.
She was eating Avery.
Who cares
Scary
about
thought.
looks?
She kale.
Who cares
She ate
about
kale.
looks?
Shake kale?
It went, she watched Curb. You had
yeah?
you had a good time with
No,
her.
she's too much like me.
Okay, fine. So it doesn't sound like it's going to work out. Okay, let's see. I think it's the last one we have of the lightning round. Oh, let me just turn this reminder over.
What is that?
Okay, last one for the lightning round. The shadchan comes over to you and says that we have a few extra guys or girls, depending on your
Ooh,
gender.
exciting.
Do you mind staying at this table for 3 rounds? And it seems to be the worst table.
There's nothing to do. You can't leave. They watch you.
Oh, so it's a statement. Okay.
I'm just gonna have fun with them.
That's nice.
That's it. I
I'm
might as
running
well.
away.
She's so positive.
Avery's running away. Smoking break?
Smoking break.
Okay, so even though he doesn't smoke.
Vodka break. I don't know.
Okay, fine. We're going to
It's
get...
a nice way to test your patience and your, optimism and givingness. So
You're so nice.
work on that.
You're too
Yeah.
good.
She is so
how
nice.
How did Freidy, how do we get... We're going to get to the closing, and then we're going to, Okay. All right, guys. Another episode is in the books. 41.
Yep.
Single gatherings and what's the situation and deals. Avery, thanks for joining us. Rosie, Freidy,
Thanks for having me.
thanks for
coming
coming. Can people find you anywhere? Do you want them?
Yeah, Freidy G.
Freidy G. Okay.
FREIDY_G.
Awesome. And everyone, you know where to find us. We're on shidduchpodcast.com. You could follow us on Instagram at Nobody Talk Shidduchim. This episode, we were sponsored by Bravery Studios, Machers Magazine, and like I always end off, happy face, smiley face, silly face. This is the Nobody Talk Shidduchim podcast.
Nice.